Well, my name's Craig Rector. I'm with eXp Realty here in Las Vegas, and tonight this has been bugging me. I want to talk about a home buyer mistake. This is home buyer mistake number one. Now, in my Stop Renting Now seminars, I've literally talked to thousands of renters who want to buy, but they think it's just a little bit cheaper to rent. Well, it's not cheaper to rent. It might be cheaper to rent today, but when you figure up increasing rents that go up every year, and the fact that when you buy a home, that payment is set, it's locked in with, say, a 30-year fixed loan, the payment never goes up. As a matter of fact, you refinance it when the interest rates go down, and the payment can actually go down. Just a perfect example is the house that I live in. It started off, it was costing me about $2,600 a month. But as interest rates went down, whenever they went down, I'd call up the lender and refinance. And currently it's gone from $2,600 a month down to $1,400 a month. House payments is so cheap, I can't afford to even go out and get an apartment. It's not cheaper to rent. On top of that, no part of rent is tax deductible. A large portion of a home mortgage is tax deductible. The interest payment is tax deductible, and the property taxes are tax deductible. Now, talk to your tax pro, but right now they're tax deductible. So basically, if you're writing a check out for, say, $2,500 a month as a house payment, well, after you figure up the tax savings on this payment, it's like really you're writing a check out for like $1,750 because you get a bigger tax refund by making a mortgage payment. So that alone is a big deal. Next, home equity. When you're buying a home over the past 3 years here in Las Vegas, a very typical 3-bedroom home. I just did the numbers. It's in another video, my most recent Las Vegas housing market report. Over the past 3 years, a typical 3-bedroom home, median price 3-bedroom home has gone up in value $155,000. That's about $4,300 a month that a homeowner got paid by increasing home values. So homeowners made $4,300 a month just for living in their home. And the payment they made was tax deductible. There's like no competition between renting and owning. Now, the landlords of say a typical investment property, three-bedroom investment property, they made $4,300 a month too, because their property also went up in value. They not only made $4,300 a month in property value increases, but they also got to collect that rent. And they didn't even say thank you. I've not heard of one that has said thank you. As a matter of fact, a lot of them are trying to sell their houses now at that increased rate and kicking the renters out on the street. And the renters are the ones that have been making that payment. Anyway, $155,000 over 3 years, about $4,300 a month. But when you live in a home, it's your home, you own it, it's like getting out of renter's jail. Like, what is renter's jail? Well, if you're living in somebody else's home, it's like you can't paint, you can't decorate the home. You might want to switch out the carpet, but you can't. Appliances, maybe they need to be switched out, but you really can't change them because they're not yours. Pets are a problem. Maybe you want to have a couple of dogs, and maybe a lot of rentals, they say no pets, or a 5-pound dog, something. It's like living in renter's jail. There's no tax savings. You always got to worry that, hey, next month the landlord's going to let you know that they're selling the house out from under you and you're going to have to move. That means like in 30 days, you're going to have a security deposit in the first month's rent. It's just like, then you own a home. Here's another thing. 30, 40, 50% of that payment, depends on how long you've been making the house payment, but 30, 40, 50% of that payment, it doesn't go to the bank. It goes to you. It's your home. It's like taking money out of your checking account to write the check, whatever, to the mortgage company, to the lender. But half of that, or at least a good portion of that payment, It goes into your house. You own it. Just say the payments, again, $2,500 a month, but $900 of that goes into your house. The rest goes to interest. Some goes to property tax, and a little bit goes to homeowners insurance. If you didn't give a substantial down payment, and many people don't, there's something called PMI, and there's another portion that goes off to PMI. Say $900 of that, it stays with you every month. 900. Actually, that number goes up a tiny bit every month. It'd be 900, 902, 904, 906, whatever, because every month you're paying a little bit less interest, and that means you're paying a little bit more in the principal. Your total stays the same, but every month you pay a little bit more to yourself. The house is yours. Someday in the future, you're going to be able to sell that house and get all that money back. Or you'd be able to take a loan out on that house and then you stay in the house, but also use the money maybe to pay for college. Anyway, when you get older, there's a massive chunk of a retirement plan right there in your house. It's like a giant savings account that you get to live in. Like I said, home mortgage payments go down over time if you refinance when the interest rates are low. It's a common thing to do. Rent pretty much always goes up and up and up, and it's just pretty much money burnt. None of that gets to stay with the tenant. It all goes to the landlord, who is thankless and kicks you out when the values go up so you can sell his house to somebody else. Now think about it. When you got these house payments, they stay the same over time. Then they may be expensive that first year. They may be expensive still that second year. But after the third or the fourth or the fifth year, you've got promotions at work. You've got cost of living allowance increases. Whatever's going on in life, usually more money comes in, but the house payment stays the same. The house payment just seems like it gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper over time. I don't know, it comes in handy when, like I said, it's expensive, plus you refinance, and it really does get cheaper over time. So it's just something to think about. If you'd like to learn more about buying a home, want some information, whatever, I can get you hooked up with a great home search just so you can look for homes. You get all the pictures, all the maps, the actual addresses, the actual prices, everything's updated in real time. Anyway, that information's at my website. That's greghasthehouses.com. If you want some information, maybe you want to have a conversation or to really get into it, then I get in touch with you. Just all you have to do is text the word buy to 702-845-8190. That's all you got to do. Text the word buy to 702-845-8190. Now, according to NBC, the news agency, according to NBC Select, in their last survey, which they did in 2019, U.S. homeowners had a median net worth of $255,000, with a median net worth of a renter, $6,300. It's a difference of over 40 times. Just right there, the difference, 255,000 compared to 6,300. It almost proves that paying rent really is just throwing money away. Again, if you'd like a totally free home search to search for homes, get all the information on the home, I'm going to include the link in the description below also, so it's clickable. You can just click right to it. But that's greghasthehouses.com. And again, it's in the description. Look in the description. If you're a current homeowner and you'd like to get some information on selling, some great tips, some best practices, find out how much money you'll have in your pocket after you sell your home, text the word sell to the same number, 702-845-8190. We get you hooked up. Also, there'll be another link below for my online home evaluation, home equity checkup. That'll give you all the information on your home equity, what you can do with it, what's available for maybe buying one of those investment properties, and you can be the landlord who's collecting $4,300 a month in home value increase, and collect rent at the same time. So if that interests you and you'd like to learn more about investing, same thing. Just text the word investor to 702-845-8190. Now, thanks so much. I'll let you get back to your evening. I'm just glad I got to talk about it. Remember, this was the typical home buyer mistake number 1. I'd like to buy, but renting just seems a little bit cheaper. Thanks so much. Have a great evening.